Today we're building garden fences and a garden gate with privacy slats. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to Planeo. My name is Jürgen. Today we want to install a double rod mesh fence. That's a mouthful. Double mesh fence, double rod mesh fence. All right, now let's get to work. Here we have a carport. Then we will build 4 major elements. Each of them is 180 meters. After that, we'll set up smaller panels. And in the middle, a gate. They know each other and sometimes want to visit each other. What do we need for this? A small drill. We'll use it to dig the holes here. Then we need some clamps and a few buttons for support. We also have some rebar here, a bit of accessories, tools, cordless screwdriver, drill, quick setting concrete or fixed concrete, garden concrete. There are different terms for it. A spirit level, very important. We'll gather the rest of what we're missing as we go. Always measure beforehand, but when you start, there's always something missing. So Noelia is here today too, setting up a fence alone. She'll learn that today. No, doing it alone isn't good. That's why it's best to do it with 2 or 3 people. The parts aren't exactly light either. There's also an instruction manual for it, printed out. Or check it on your phone, like I always do. We've already prepared the holes, at least dug them out. We'll drill even deeper with our drill. And here you can already see the depth is 63 to 123. Because we now have 1.80, which means we're in this range. 143 to 2003. We need to go down 57 centimeters. We've got 60 there, and as I said, we'll dig out the rest with the drill. Now we have another problem. It always depends on how the slope runs. How high will the fence end up? And if you want it to be level at the top and the slope drops, then you have to be careful how deep you dig. That's why we're going to drill through the posts. We'll reinforce them with iron and maybe also attach something at the bottom. We'll see about that. So here we have a total of 4 properties where fences are being put up again and again. They go between the houses as a finishing touch, and we're not doing this alone. We have a few guys helping us out with it. Yesterday we already concreted one in here diligently. Actually, we were supposed to do that, but we still had a bit of concrete left over. It's not such a bad thing to set one in place the day before, so you have a bit of stability. That's why the post is standing here. Here's the first one now from one pole to the other. It has to be... So 2 meters 48, that's exactly what it is here. Our new one, honestly, it's almost too nice to use, really. By the way, hey, so what's up with you these days? I'm really, truly glad to hear that, to be honest. Yeah, I know. It's always, well, you know, nice to have a short video, but sometimes it's also hard to fit everything into a short video. Because we also have an important point here. We have sandy soil here, and depending on what kind of soil you have, of course, it's important how you make your anchoring point. If we have clay soil, it's not quite as complicated, it's firm. But if you have sandy soil, you need to reinforce a bit more, or set the concrete a bit deeper. So we have plenty of opportunity here to dig really deep, because we already have the top edge of the paving here. That's why we're going to add some extra reinforcement with rebar. One like this, and then one like that. We're going to sink these rods into the curb here. That just gives us really a bit more stability. There, let me just think for a moment. The time is exactly 2:48 right now. We have now met again. A stone slab was carefully used to adjust the height again. You can put stones, old tiles, or anything hard underneath. That way, the whole post will be at about the right height. Here, we'll first put one in. All right, if you could, just post on top right now. Now, at this point, we need to carefully attach the fence. Okay, well, there, that fits. We've already put the strip on so we can fix the post in place, but only with 2 screws. We have a level, but it's only for rough alignment. I'll do the fine adjustment with this one. With the good one, that fits. It fits absolutely perfectly. Doesn't quite fit yet, but then we can already start down here at the base. All right, rod in, so nothing shifts, okay? And this rod also effectively prevents it from slipping that way and from tipping over that way, because we have one in there as well, so that the concrete is poured completely full here again. That gives us extra security from the rods. Okay, we've got it aligned just right now. It's a bit of fiddling around. You really have to make sure it fits in all directions. The net also has to fit. Now we'll pour the concrete again as before. As I said, we have this ready mixed concrete here. Just like that. And now I need to be exactly where you are. Water, truly such an essential resource for life. Indeed, mixer, a truly useful tool indeed, without a doubt. So now it's also important that we brace the fence once using slats. Check it. Oh, come on. Really? Again? Are you serious? Yes, doesn't look too bad at all. Take the evidence. Today, as we can clearly see, it fits. Okay, the concrete has now hardened, so it needs 15 minutes. That means you also have to hurry to set it up as soon as possible without delay. Now we'll continue. Next measurement, same as before. You can also mark them all in advance on the curb, but it can also happen that things shift a bit. Today, I have the white pencil. You can already loosen them again now. Let's lay them down here, ready for later. And now we'll measure down the dimension. We're not quite straight here. That's mainly because of the slope. I would just actually measure the post now and then set it 1 centimeter higher right at that spot. And then we'll carefully align the net again with the spirit level, making sure it is level. 86. That's also an 86, as I mentioned, just so you know, that's an 86. But here you have to go a bit higher because we might have a slope here. Let's set it up first. Now I can fix this one in place. Just a little bit more. Yes, absolutely, that's right. Let's get started. Just right there, right now, simply underneath the surface. So now we're going to unscrew this strip again so we can hang a different fence in here. Now we've hung this in here so that both are now in place. Max is holding it here, and I'm going to put the strip on now. That way it can't come out here anymore, but I'll still fix it with 2 screws just in case. Now let's take a look here for just a second. Yeah, great. All right, now I'm going to put the clamps back on. Maybe I should just tighten them up. So if we need to move it a little now, we have to do it carefully. Yeah, absolutely. All good. No worries at all, really. You can also find this hammer in our shop, available now. Now, well, as you can see, it's time for the concrete work. Pour a little in, as usual, and then slowly add water, as you normally would. Now we wait patiently, allowing time to pass as we anticipate what comes next. All right, now the lids go on top here. The protective covers go on as usual, as they always do. Now, it's already a garden gate. So the fence is basically finished. Now we want to add a bit of privacy protection. With our innovative slats, we're going to weave them in there and show you how. We actually taught ourselves how to do it during our lunch break. What do you need for this, Noelia? The slats and a knife, that's basically it. It should also be a bit sharp, like this one here. So we're going to do it as follows. We will always make a cut here behind the strips because otherwise the length, it's hard to pull through. And we will always weave 3 sticks. That is 3 in front and 3 in the back. 3 in back, 3 in front, and 3 in back. That's great, indeed. You can also cut them all to size beforehand. Already right length? We're going to make them longer now. A few centimeters in length. Now we'll do it the other way around. So in a checkerboard pattern, make sure you know which is the front side. You can see that one side is a bit shinier than the other. We made a little mistake there. We'll just carefully pull that out again. Always use the same side at all times. Now, we don't have a post here. Then we'll just weave them in as well. So we're making it a bit longer. Pull it through again, carefully. There we go, and tuck it in here again. You can trim that off nicely, easily. Beautiful. Done. We also have these brackets, which of course look nicer without them, but they secure it a bit more. So I would definitely put them on. All right, let's use 2 pieces each, just for each of us together. There we go. That's absolutely wonderful, truly wonderful indeed. Once again, we've reached the end. The fence is finished. It looks good too. We also have on our website, if you want to take a look, many different fences made from various materials. You're also welcome to order samples. Yes, subscribe to our channel and see you next time.